Welcome back to the Explainer. So, if you're a pool owner and you've been staring at a noisy, half-empty pump and, frustratingly dirty water, well, it's time to put on your investigator hat. Today, we are totally demystifying your pool's circulation system to track down exactly why it's struggling and give you the actual tools to fix it.
Right, let's dive straight in and ask the million-dollar question here. Why on earth is your pool pump slurping air? Honestly, it's a sound that strikes fear into the heart of pretty much any pool owner, right? It literally sounds like the whole system is choking. But as our sources reveal, that awful gulping noise, it's not necessarily a death sentence for your equipment. Actually, it could be a really simple mechanical flaw right up at the surface, or, sure, it might point to a deeper hydraulic mystery buried down in your plumbing. To solve this, let's just open up our investigator's notepad. Here's what we're looking at today. First, the gulping pump mystery. Then, baskets, the two gatekeepers. Third, the weird door factor. Number 4, clearing clogs and air pockets. 5, purging air and repriming. And finally, number 6, the final diagnostic checklist. We're going to show you exactly how to systematically track down the culprit before you have to go and call in an expensive professional.
Okay, section 1, the gulping pump mystery, finding the culprit. Let's start by examining the crime scene, which is usually a super noisy, half-empty pool pump, or just these persistent air bubbles that totally threaten to overheat your motor.
So the crucial thing here is we need to systematically interrogate these specific suspects. A lot of people just instantly panic about the loud noises or the cavitation, when the pump violently churns water and air, which can actually really damage the motor. But according to the experts at I&Y Pools, our primary suspects are actually highly specific. We're looking at a low water level, suction side air leaks, stuck or warped skimmer flops, and clogged lines or impellers. We've got to look at these logically instead of just jumping to the conclusion that the whole pump is completely broken.
Moving on to section 2, baskets, the two gatekeepers, frontline and backup. To really solve this mystery, we're going to follow the water linearly, right from the pool surface, which is exactly where we meet our first two critical physical checkpoints.
This perfectly illustrates the distinct roles of your two gatekeepers, just like the folks at Aqua Supply outlined. On one side, we've got the frontline skimmer basket. This guy catches the really big stuff, twigs, leaves, before it ever even gets a chance to enter your plumbing. Then, on the other side is your backup, the pump basket. That one captures the fine particles and hair that manage to slip past the front line. They basically work as a dedicated team to protect that super delicate impeller inside your pump.
But here's where the crime usually actually happens. Blocked baskets equal pump starvation. If either of these gatekeepers gets choked up with debris, it severely restricts the water flow. The pump just keeps trying and trying to pull water that simply isn't there. This starves the pump and creates a massive air pocket that stops your circulation completely dead in its tracks. Seriously, a simple weekly cleaning is often all it takes to prevent this entire system failure. All right, section 3, the weird door factor. More than just plastic. Let's see how this builds our investigation by taking a closer look at a really frequently misunderstood piece of plastic right there at the edge of your pool. So the weir door is the true gatekeeper of surface velocity. It's basically a floating flap that pivots inward as water flows over it. Now, Pool Care stresses that understanding this definition is absolutely vital. Why? Because so many pool owners just don't realize this flap isn't just cosmetic. It's the exact mechanical feature that turns general kind of weak suction into targeted high-velocity surface skimming. It pulls in all that dust and those leaves before they ever have a chance to sink to the bottom. And knowing how to read the signs is super empowering. Using Pool Care's diagnostic matrix here, you can find the real culprit just by literally watching how leaves move in the water. For example, if leaves drift towards the skimmer but then kind of peel away at the last second, you're probably looking at a bad flap angle. Or maybe your return juts are pushing the water away. If debris goes in but then just drifts right back out when the pump turns off, well, your flap is likely broken or it's lost its buoyancy. And if the skimmer is violently gulping air, yeah, that's almost always a low pool water level or a suction side air leak. It's not the flap's fault at all.
But wait, before you rip out that weird door and go buy a new one, you have to ask yourself, is it the RPM? Think about it. If your skimming suddenly got worse right after you lowered the RPM on a variable speed pump to try and save some energy, the issue might just be low surface velocity. The pump simply isn't pulling hard enough to make the flap function properly. So it's a flow rate issue, not necessarily a defective flap at all.
Okay, moving along to section 4, clearing clogs and air pockets, hunting hidden culprits. We've checked the superficial suspects up at the surface, so now we really have to hunt down the hidden culprits lurking below, like clogs and trapped air pockets deep down in your plumbing.
Here are some highly actionable and honestly quite surprising tricks we've pulled from our sources. If your lines or impellers are blocked, you don't actually need heavy machinery. INIO Pools and the SPL experts recommend some really clever techniques, like using an electrician's fish tape to clear out long pipe runs, or even just a simple wire hanger to carefully pick fine debris right out of a clogged impeller. You can even use a drain cleaner bladder attached to a standard garden hose. You just place it right inside the skimmer pipe, it inflates to seal the line, and safely blows the blockage out from the inside. Pretty cool, right? Now, the sheer simplicity of this next method makes it absolutely fantastic if you don't happen to have any special tools lying around. If a piece of debris is stuck and causing an air pocket, you purposefully turn the intake valve just slightly to suck in a tiny bit of air. Then you immediately turn it back to push water pressure through. By repeating this back and forth, you essentially rock the water and air to safely dislodge those stubborn debris pockets. I mean, it's just pure elegant hydraulic genius.
All right, Section 5, Purging, Air, and Repriming, Reviving the System. Once we've interrogated our suspects and successfully cleared those lines, it is finally time to purge the remaining air and revive the entire system.
By synthesizing the instructions from INO Pools and Pool King, we've got this definitive repriming process for you. First things first, always turn off all power for safety. That's non-negotiable. Then, fill that pump basket all the way to the brim with water to manually prime it. Now, step 3 is an absolute must. You have to lubricate the lid's O-ring with a Teflon or silicone pool lube before sealing it. Seriously, if you skip this, a dry, cracked O-ring is just going to create a brand new suction side air leak. Finally, slowly open your valves so you don't shock the system, and open the air relief valve on your filter to let all that trapped air just hiss out as the water pressure builds. Once you close that air relief valve, you're going to want to keep your eyes glued to the filter gauge. According to Pool King, after you've reprimed, you really need to monitor your filter gauge for a stable 10 to 25 psi. Now, while it can definitely vary slightly depending on your specific system, hitting this general target confirms that the air is fully purged, the system is primed, and your circulation is officially back to full health.
Which brings us to Section 6, the final diagnostic checklist. Solve it yourself. Let's bring all of our hard detective work together into one highly actionable troubleshooting checklist that you can take straight out to your backyard right now. Okay, let's run through this final review. Step 1, just confirm your water level is sitting right at the mid-skimmer line. Step 2, inspect that weir door flap to make sure it has proper movement and buoyancy. Step 3, go ahead and clean both of your gatekeeper baskets, the frontline skimmer and the backup pump basket. Step 4, if you've got a variable pump, definitely test the skimming at a higher RPM to rule out any flow issues. And finally, Step 5, purge the lines of air and clogs using those valve and bladder tricks we talked about. By following this very specific triage order, you will confidently know whether your problem is just a simple mechanical flap failure or if you're actually battling a serious hydraulic air leak. And just like that, the case is closed. You are now the empowered expert of your pool's circulation system. You're totally ready to tackle any of those slurping sounds or debris issues head-on without even breaking a sweat. But hey, because there's always another puzzle to solve, drop a comment below and let us know what pool maintenance mystery should we investigate in our next explainer. Keep your water clear, and we will see you next time.